Men in kimonos entertaining samurai? Believe it or not, that's how geishas started. Picture yourself stepping into a world where every move is art, every word a performance. But your journey begins with years of debt and discipline. Welcome to the dazzling, misunderstood life of a geisha, where tradition hides jaw-dropping surprises. Ready to uncover what it's really like to live as one? Let's dive in. Welcome to the first step of your geisha journey, the Shikomi Stage. You've just moved into an okiya, a geisha house that's your new home and training ground. Think of it as a strict boarding school with zero glamour. For up to a year, you're the intern of the geisha world, stuck with grunt work. Your days are packed with chores like sweeping floors, washing dishes, and fetching tea for the pros. Ready to scrub your way to greatness? Forget fancy kimonos. You're rocking plain ones that scream beginner. This stage is all about building discipline and learning the okiya's pecking order. You're not earning a single yen yet, just soaking up the ropes. Every task, even scrubbing floors, is a crash course in precision and grace. The okiya mother, who runs this place like a drill sergeant, watches your every move. Mess up, and you'll feel her iron fist vibe. You're also helping prep meals for senior geishas, your role models in this elegant world. These ladies are the real deal, and you're dying to be like them. On top of chores, you start learning etiquette every bow. Every smile has to be perfect. It's exhausting, but you're laying the foundation for your geisha glow-up. Who knew fetching tea could be so intense? Keep at it, because this is just the beginning. Congratulations! You've survived the Shikomi stage and now you're a Minarai. For about a month, you get to dip your toes into the geisha world. You're attending banquets, called oza shiki, but don't get too excited, you're just a fly on the wall. Your job is to watch and soak up everything like a sponge. You're even charging 1/3 of a full geisha's fee just for showing up. Talk about getting paid to learn. This stage is all about shadowing the pros at a Minarai Jaya tea house. You practice witty conversation, fun party games, and the art of not spilling tea on fancy guests. Your senior geishas are your lifeline, guiding every step you take. It's your first real taste of the entertainment, world equal parts thrilling and terrifying. You're starting to build a client base, getting introduced like the new kid at school. Keep those smiles ready. Your kimono's getting a bit fancier now, but it's not quite Maiko level sparkle. You're learning to balance charm with professionalism, like walking a tightrope in silk. Every banquet is a chance to study how the pros work their magic. It's intense, but you're starting to see the geisha life take shape. Who knew watching could be so exhausting? Get ready, because the real work is coming. You've made it to the big leagues. You debut as a Maiko at 15 to 17 in Kyoto, or 17 to 18 elsewhere. Maiko means dance child, and guess what? Dance is now your whole world. This stage lasts 3 to 5 years, and it's like boot camp for elegance. You're learning to play the Shamisen, a tricky 3-stringed lute, plus the flute and drums. Every dance lesson is brutal, each move has to be flawless. Get ready to sweat in style. You're not just dancing, you're becoming a cultural superstar. You study tea ceremony, calligraphy, and poetry to wow everyone with your skills. An older sister, or anisan, a seasoned geisha, takes you under her wing. She teaches you how to charm clients without crossing the line. You're rocking vibrant kimonos with long sleeves and heavy white face paint that makes you look like a living doll. Your hair? It's a work of art, piled high with ornaments and redone often. Now you're performing at events, starting small but dreaming big. You master the art of flirtation, think playful, not pushy. Balancing your dazzling public persona with your personal growth is like juggling flaming torches. Your kimonos, lessons, and living costs are crazy expensive, piling up debt. You earn some cash from performances, but most of it goes to paying off those bills. Hang in there, you're almost a pro. After years of hard work, you hit the erike ceremony around age 20 to 21. This is your graduation, where you swap Maiko gear for full-on geisha attire. You're ready to shine as an independent entertainer, and it feels epic. The stage is set for you to steal the charm. You've done it, you're a full geisha, or geiko in some places, and officially a pro artist. You're a master of music, dance, and all the fancy skills you've honed for years. But don't get comfy. You're still training regularly to keep those talents razor sharp. You're performing at banquets, tea houses, and swanky private parties, wowing everyone. Your fees are way higher now, because you're kind of a big deal. Look at you, cashing in on your expertise. Your life is non-stop keeping up your skills, and flawless appearance is a full-time job. You make every performance special, charming each client like they're the only one in the room. Some geishas have patrons, called dana, who help with cash, but not you. You're earning your own way. Many geishas keep performing into their 80s or 90s. Proving age is just a number. You're living proof that artistry never retires. How's that for staying fabulous? What's next? Some geishas retire to run okiya houses, bossing around new trainees. Others teach or hit the stage at public theatres, spreading their sparkle. You're blending old-school tradition with a modern twist, keeping things fresh. It's a demanding life, but you're thriving in this world of elegance. Who knew you'd become such a legend? The Geisha Stage is yours to own. Rise and shine, it's geisha o'clock. You're up at 6 or 7 a.m., diving into okiya chores like a morning warrior. Breakfast is your first treat, think rice, fish, and veggies, arranged so beautifully you almost feel bad eating it. After chowing down, you hit the bath to get squeaky clean for the day. Then, it's time for the real marathon, getting ready to slay as a geisha. Grab your coffee, this is going to take a while. A dresser swoops in to wrestle you into your kimono, a process that takes over an hour. This outfit, with all its layers and that massive obi belt, can weigh up to 20 pounds. Yep, you're basically wearing a small child. You slather on white face paint, add bold red lips, and dramatic eyes for that iconic mask-like look. A pro stylist transforms your hair into an intricate updo that's practically a sculpture. It takes hours, but this glow-up is your geisha superpower. Ready to dazzle or just nap from exhaustion? Once you're dressed to impress, it's off to training like a geisha ninja. You dive into lessons or practice sessions to keep your skills sparkling. Music class has you strumming the shamisen, tooting the flute, or banging drums like a pro. Dance practice is no joke. Every twirl and step has to be pure perfection. You might even dabble in tea ceremony or calligraphy to flex your cultural muscles. Lifelong learning is the geisha way, so buckle up. These sessions aren't just for fun. They keep you sharp and ready to shine. Every note you play or move you nail makes you a standout in the geisha game. You're basically a one-woman show, always polishing your craft. It's exhausting, but it's what makes you a legend. Who knew staying fabulous required so much sweat? Keep practicing, because you're killing it. Time to shine. You're the star of banquets and tea house parties. Your job is to entertain with dazzling dances, soulful music, and witty chats. You belt out songs, strum the shamisen, and keep guests smiling. You also play fun games like Ken, rock, paper, scissors, or Karuta to spice things up. Your charm is your superpower, making every guest feel like VIPs. You're basically the life of the party. You weave through social vibes like a pro, keeping everything light and fun. The relaxed mood? That's all thanks to your hosting magic. Clients shell out big bucks for your time, think 80,000 yen per person in Kyoto, over $1,000. It's a high-stakes gig, but you make it look easy. Who knew being this fabulous could pay so well? Keep dazzling, you're a geisha rock star. After a long night, you stumble back to the okiya for dinner with your geisha sisters. These communal meals are a blast, full of juicy stories and belly laughs. Your food is classic Japanese, think rice and fish, always plated like a masterpiece. Free time is rare, but when you get it, you might chill or dive into a hobby. Bonding with your geisha crew is the best, swapping tips and support. It's like a sisterhood with extra sparkle. Rest though? You're lucky to snag 5 to 6 hours of sleep. The geisha life doesn't slow down, even when you're wiped out. Your diet stays traditional and gorgeous, keeping you fueled for the grind. These moments of downtime are precious, like gold in a busy day. Who knew laughter and a quick nap could feel so epic? You're living the geisha dream, one meal at a time. Buckle up, because becoming a geisha hits your wallet hard. Training costs a fortune, with kimonos, lessons, and daily expenses adding up like nobody's business. As a Maiko, you're racking up debt faster than you can say Shamisen. The okiya, your geisha HQ, fronts the cash for all this, but they're not a charity they expect every yen back. It's like signing up for the fanciest, most expensive boot camp ever. Don't panic yet. Your future earnings will help you climb out of this hole. Time to make it rain. You're earning money from performances and appearances. Your fees depend on how seasoned you are, and top geishas like you can charge some serious cash. Clients love to spoil you with tips or fancy gifts, like a kimono that costs thousands of dollars. Speaking of kimonos, you need a whole wardrobe of them for different events, and they're not cheap. As your reputation grows, so does your paycheck, turning you into a geisha money machine. Who knew dancing and charm could pay so well? Say hello to freedom once your debts are paid. You're financially independent. No more owing the okiya. You're calling the shots now. Some geishas, maybe even you, take charge by running their own okiya, mentoring newbies like a boss. Others teach or keep performing, diving into cool artistic projects on the side. You're not just a geisha, you're a savvy entrepreneur with a flair for elegance. Look at you, building a fabulous life on your own terms. Picture this. You're a geisha, but rewind to the 17th century, and surprise geishas were guys. Back then, male entertainers rocked the stage, charming samurai with music and wit. Things flipped in 1751, when Kikuya, the first female geisha, stole the spotlight. By 1800, the geisha world was almost all women, and you're part of that legacy. It's wild to think your elegant craft started with dudes in kimonos. You're carrying on a tradition that's been flipping scripts for centuries. Fast forward to World War II, and your geisha world hits a rough patch. Geisha districts shut down, and many, like you, traded kimonos for factory overalls. After the war, the profession bounced back, but it wasn't easy keeping the spark alive. In 1956, the prostitution prevention law banned mizuage, the outdated practice of selling virginity, clearing up some shady vibes. Today, only about 1,000 geishas, mostly in Kyoto's Gion, keep the tradition going. You're part of a rare, dazzling crew preserving this art. Now that you're a geisha star, let's clear up some wild myths people have about your job. There's a lot of confusion out there, so buckle up for some truth bombs. This section dives into what folks get wrong about geishas and sets the record straight. You're part of an epic tradition, and it's time to show the world what you're really about. Ready to bust some stereotypes? Let's do this. You might hear whispers that geishas are like prostitutes. Wrong. Way back, there was some blurry overlap in history. But geishas were always mainly entertainers. You're dazzling clients with dances and music, not anything shady. Today, sex work is illegal and totally against geisha tradition. You're a pro artist, not a character in some outdated rumor. Keep shining, because your talent speaks louder than any myth. Let's talk mizuage, a term that raises eyebrows. In the past, it meant selling virginity, but that was more a courtesan thing, not your geisha vibe. These days, mizuage is just a fancy symbolic step in your journey. It's when you switch hairstyles to mark your move from Maiko to full geisha. Think of it as a glow-up milestone. No scandal here, just you leveling up in style. Who knew a haircut could be so legendary? Thanks to movies like Memoirs of a Geisha, some folks think you're all about seduction. You, not even close. Western media loves to spice up your story, painting geishas as super sexualized. In reality, you're an artist keeping Japan's cultural heritage alive with every dance and song. You're out here preserving tradition, not starring in a Hollywood drama. Time to set the record straight. You're a cultural rock star. Keep rocking that kimono with pride. You've danced, strummed, and charmed your way through the geisha world, and what a ride it's been. From scrubbing floors as a Shikomi to dazzling clients as a master geisha, you've poured your heart into perfecting Japan's traditional arts. Every kimono, every performance reflects your grit, grace, and love for this cultural treasure. Your journey shows the world that being a geisha is about preserving heritage while shining as a unique artist. It's exhausting, rewarding, and unlike anything else. Now, take a moment to reflect. With only 1,000 geishas left today, what part of this fading tradition, its discipline, artistry, or sisterhood, would you fight to keep alive, and why?